Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're jumping into a really twisty one, Freida McFadden's novel, The Tenant.
Yeah, it's definitely a deep dive into psychological games. We're going to look at how, a seemingly normal life can just completely fall apart.
Right, when trust gets twisted and what seems real is actually, well, something else entirely.
Exactly. We're pulling back the layers on secrets, betrayals, and some, frankly, shocking moments. It makes you rethink, well, everything. Neighbors, partners.
Even yourself, maybe.
Could be. We've got sources here that really paint a picture of how dark things can get beneath the surface.
It does make you wonder how much is hidden in plain sight, doesn't it? So let's start with Blake Porter. He thought he had it all under control.
Yeah, Blake. He's our sort of initial focus, a classic success story, you could say. Came from a tough background in Cleveland, worked his way up, becomes vice president at this big New York marketing firm, Cobble and Roy, got the fancy office, the Manhattan view, engaged to Krista Marshall.
He'd really made it, escaped that financial worry from his childhood. His dad's hardware store struggling.
Exactly. He even had the gold nameplate. Blake Porter, vice president. Very symbolic.
But then, bam, it all changes. Just like that.
It really does. He gets fired.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah.
By his mentor, Wayne Vincent, no less.
Wow. Accused of stealing a marketing campaign.
Yep. Stealing it, sharing it. Blake's completely blindsided. And that moment with the nameplate. Oh, yeah, where he rips it off the desk and throws it.
Smashes it against the wall. It's pure rage, but it's also like his whole identity shattering right there.
That sudden fall, it's brutal. What does that tell us about Blake right at the start? How does it set things up?
Well, it's crucial, isn't it? His whole identity is tied up in being this successful VP. So losing it like that so publicly, it just guts him. Makes him desperate, vulnerable. And that vulnerability, that's like the perfect opening for what's coming. Plus the money problems start instantly. That brownstone mortgage. Right. And that brings in Krista Marshall, his fiancée. She seems really supportive, manages a dry cleaner, loves baking snickerdoodles.
Yeah, they even have that cute hug scale, right?
Yeah.
From 1 to 10, how tight a hug you need.
That's right. But even though she offers to help, like sell her engagement ring.
Blake refuses. Flat out. Too proud. He has to be the provider.
And that pride, it kind of forces their hand, doesn't it? It leads them to needing a tenant.
Exactly. It's that desire to maintain control, that male ego maybe, that ironically makes him more vulnerable. It stops him from taking real help.
Which sets the stage perfectly for, the weirdness that follows.
Into perspective, tenant number 1, Elizabeth.
Oh boy. Elizabeth, just the name.
Picture this. Older woman, multiple robes, a tinfoil hat.
Seriously, a tinfoil hat?
Yep. And she immediately starts doing strange things, sprinkling salt in the doorway like she's seasoning it.
Okay.
She calls Blake's cookies toxic and highly addictive.
Huh. Okay, maybe she had a point about the addictive part, but toxic.
And then she just looks at Krista and says, completely out of nowhere,
"Don't tell me he's gonna kill you."
That's the one. Chilling, right. Just plants that little seed of doubt.
Wow. Even coming from someone so eccentric, that's gotta stick with you, right? How big a deal is that one line?
It's huge.
Yeah.
It's like McFadden is showing us how easily suggestion works, how trust can start to fray from just one weird comment. It primes Krista, maybe subconsciously.
So after that unsettling encounter, they meet Whitney Cross.
Right. Candidate number 2.
Yeah.
And she seems, perfect. Polite waitress from Cosmo's Diner, maybe around 30.
And she actually likes the cookies.
She does. And she loves the idea of the washer-dryer in the house. Blake's still reluctant about having any tenant, but even he finds her kind of attractive initially.
So Whitney moves in, and things seem okay at first, but then the little annoyances start.
Oh, yeah. She gets comfortable. Real comfortable. Wandering around in skimpy pajamas, using up all the hot water.
Eating his Frosted Flakes. That's a declaration of war in some households.
Finishing his soap, his shampoo. It just starts adding up. Blake gets really irritated.
It's to the point where he confronts her at the diner, right?
Yep. Goes to her workplace and basically tells her, look, you're just a tenant. We're not friends.
Oof. That probably didn't go over well.
Not at all. She's clearly offended. And this is where that slow burn, that psychological torment really begins. These aren't just random annoyances.
It's like gaslighting, isn't it? Making him doubt himself.
Exactly. So making him feel invaded, disrespected, constantly on edge. And then things escalate physically. Blake gets this awful rash.
The red, angry rash, and he figures out it's her detergent.
Yeah, he connects it to her fragrance detergent. It has limon, which he's super allergic to.
So he confronts her again.
Angrily. Threatens to evict her if she doesn't stop using it. But Krista walks in while he's shirtless, yelling at Whitney.
Oh, no.
And Krista immediately assumes the worst. Infidelity. They have their first massive fight over it.
So Whitney's driving a wedge between them, using Blake's own reactions against him.
Precisely. And it just keeps getting worse. Blake starts hearing noises at night.
The thumping sounds from her room?
Yeah, loud thumps.
Yeah.
Keeps him awake. But when he goes to check, silence. Whitney denies everything, of course.
Making him feel like he's going crazy.
Totally. Then he finds rotting food in the kitchen, attracting food flies. He just loses it with Krista, yells, "There's a psychopath living in my house and I want her out."
And the worst part...
Whitney hears him, and she just smirks.
Oh, chilling. His whole world is just shrinking, and he can't trust his own eyes or ears.
Right, she's making him the unreliable narrator of his own life, isolating him. It's a classic tactic.
And meanwhile, his professional life is still garbage. That temp job.
Awful. Fetching coffee. And then his boss, Kenny, accuses him of theft too. His confidence is just shot.
The walls are really closing in.
Absolutely. And the betrayals just keep piling up. Krista finds lipstick.
Red lipstick on Blake's collar, and he swears it wasn't him.
But Chris is already suspicious, thanks to everything else. She doesn't believe him.
Then there's that conversation with Malcolm.
Right, Becky's husband. He casually mentions he got Blake's old VP job at Cobble and Roy.
Adding insult to injury.
And then he drops that weird comment, like, about what happened at your last company. Which makes Blake think, wait, does Whitney know something about why I was fired? Is she connected somehow?
The paranoia must be overwhelming at this point.
It is. And Blake hits back. He finds more rotten food, this time with maggots, hidden in the fridge.
Oh, gross. What does he do?
He snaps, dumps the whole putrid mess onto Whitney's clean bed.
Wow. Okay, so the gloves are off. That's a major escalation.
Definitely. And then Goldie.
Krista's goldfish. Oh, no.
Goldie dies. Blake immediately suspects bleach in the water. And who does he blame?
Whitney, of course.
And adding to Blake's isolation, we learn Krista's been having lunch with Whitney, bonding with her.
Oh, that's cold. She's siding with the enemy, basically.
Seems like it. The torment continues. Blake finds his phone, hidden in Whitney's bed.
What? How did it even get there?
Exactly. And at the same time, Krista finds a tube of lipstick in Whitney's closet. The same shade as the one on Blake's collar.
Okay, so that looks bad. Really bad.
It's the final nail for Krista. She tells Blake she needs space. A few days to clear her head. She leaves.
And then Malcolm shows up.
With the engagement ring. Gives it back to Blake. It's officially over.
Devastating. And just as Krista's leaving, he has another run-in.
With Mr. Zimmerly, the elderly neighbor, complaining about trash cans again. Blake's so on edge, he actually imagines smashing a trash can over the old man's head.
Yikes, he's really losing it.
And the final straw. Finding hair, long strands of hair, mixed into his leftover Chinese food.
That's just deliberate violation.
He knows it's Whitney. He just lists everything in his head. The rash, the fish, wrecking his relationship, infesting his home. Pure rage.
And then things take a truly dark turn.
Yeah. Blake notices Mr. Zimmerly's trash bins haven't been collected. He gets worried, goes to check.
And finds him dead.
Dead in his bathroom. The detective tells Blake it's murder. Weapon. An antique clock.
Wait, doesn't Blake have an antique clock?
Had one. It's missing. And he finds a suspicious red stain on his living room floor. He connects the dots. It all points to Whitney.
This is spiraling so fast, he needs answers.
Desperately. He gets fired from the temp job, too, pushing him further. He calls Tenant High, pretending to be someone else.
John Sanders, right?
Yeah. And the secretary warns him. Says Whitney Cross is dangerous, troubled.
So he drives there to Telmont, finds her childhood home.
He does. And then the absolute horror. He finds something hidden in his own fridge. A paper bag.
With, oh, God.
The fingers?
Dismembered human fingers, pink nail polish. He's terrified they belong to Krista. Texts her, gets no reply.
The escalation is just insane.
Right.
From stolen cereal to human fingers.
It shocks Blake to his core. And it's meant to shock us, too. The final piece clicks when he meets Whitney's mother, Mrs. Cross.
And she tells him everything. The chilling history. How Whitney pushed her little brother off a jungle gym. Destroyed things. The implication she killed her high school boyfriend, Jordan Gallo, for cheating.
Yeah.
And the girl he cheated with.
Psychopathic tendencies from childhood.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But the ultimate shock. He sees a family photo on the mantle.
And the girl in the photo named Whitney Cross.
Is Krista, the woman he loves. The woman living in his house as Whitney is an imposter. And Krista is a real dangerous Whitney Cross.
Mind blown. He can't comprehend it.
And then the final horror. He finds a note in his pocket.
The fake suicide note signed Blake.
Confessing to murders he didn't commit. And he suddenly remembers the cookies Krista gave him earlier.
She poisoned him.
He realizes it instantly. Makes himself throw up just trying to survive. The person he loved and trusted most was the architect of it all.
Wow. Okay, so that's the end of Blake's perspective unraveling. Let's shift now. Part 2. Krista's story. Or should I say, the real Whitney Cross.
Exactly. Krista Marshall isn't real. She's Whitney Cross, who escaped her past. She was actually in Portugal and got help creating this new identity from Elijah, some tech nerd from high school.
So she built this whole new life, but then she runs into someone using her old name.
Right. She's at Cosmo's Diner and sees this waitress wearing a name tag, Whitney Cross. It's Amanda Lenhart. Krista, the real Whitney, is furious. Someone stole her identity. It sparks this need for revenge.
But it wasn't just the name theft that set her off against Blake, was it?
No, that was a separate trigger. What really set her sights on Blake was infidelity. She uses his thumbprint while he's asleep to unlock his phone.
Sneaky.
Finds texts, incriminating texts with someone named Stacy. He was cheating on her.
And that echoes her past, right, with Jordan Gallo cheating.
Exactly. It ignites this cold, calculated rage. It's not just about this betrayal. It taps into that old wound, that pattern of hers. She decides Blake has to pay.
And her method is just pure psychological warfare.
Utterly meticulous. Lacing the cookies with sedatives for insomnia, planting the rotten food, emptying his soap, using the Limon detergent she knew he was allergic to.
Making the thumping noises, stopping when he checks. It's so deliberate, like she enjoys the process.
It does seem that way, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's not just anger. It's
Yeah.
like this twisted performance. She's
Yeah.
manipulating everyone around her.
What kind of mind operates like that? So cold, so detached from the cruelty.
That's the terrifying question, isn't it? It points to a severe lack of empathy, seeing people as objects. Her deception goes way beyond Blake, too. Remember Elizabeth?
The psychic.
Krista apparently set up that whole encounter, coached Elizabeth, to make Blake seem dangerous to Amanda, the fake Whitney.
Wow. Playing the long game.
She manipulates Becky, making Blake sound unstable. She pretends to be sympathetic to Amanda, the fake Whitney, even suggests they get an apartment together, all while planning to destroy her.
It's chilling, and her history is just littered with victims.
It really is. Starting young. Her brother, Joey, only 4. Pushed off a jungle gym for breaking a toy.
And her justification. That's what happens if you're not careful. No remorse.
None. Classic early sign of, well, what we'd now probably recognize as antisocial personality disorder or psychopathy. Then Jordan Gallo, the boyfriend, pushed off the roof.
Her mother's quote about her is terrifying. Whitney has a way of making you so miserable, suicide suddenly seems like a viable option.
Tells you everything, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And years later, she kills Jordan's new girlfriend.
Yeah.
Delayed revenge.
And the current victims, Mr. Zimmerly,
Killed with Blake's antique clock, specifically to frame him, fingerprints and all.
Stacy Parker, the woman Blake cheated with.
Drugged, kidnapped, murdered. And the fingers removed as that gruesome souvenir for Blake. Her justification. Stacy deserved it for the affair.
Justifying murder based on infidelity.
Elijah, the tech guy who helped her.
He gets killed too. Why?
Provided the fingers, apparently. Then he knew too much, plus his infatuation had become annoying. Just discarded.
Unbelievable. So calculated. Each death serves her purpose.
Right, so her final moves. Poisoning Blake with those cookies.
Tetrodotoxin.
Designed for a slow, agonizing death.
And then confronting Amanda, the fake Whitney.
Exactly. Amanda's now convinced Blake is the dangerous one thanks to Krista's manipulations. Then the doorbell rings. It's Blake arriving, poisoned, and Krista just stabs Amanda in the stomach.
Which brings us to part 3, the bloody aftermath.
Yeah. Blake stumbles in, poisoned, barely standing. Krista confirms who she really is, admits she just stabbed Amanda. Blake sees it all, finally understands the full horror.
But then, the twist nobody saw coming.
Amanda fights back. Despite being stabbed, she manages to get the knife and stabs Krista.
So Krista dies, killed by the woman whose identity she hated someone stealing.
Killed by the fake Whitney. She dies right there on the living room floor. And Blake. He actually stays with her, crying.
Even after everything, he still felt something.
Apparently. Her last words were, "You don't even know me," which was brutally true. It's a strange, sad moment.
That mix of love and horror. Wow, what happens to Blake then?
He barely survives. Harrowing recovery in the hospital from the poison, and then the media storm hits.
Whitney Cross, Psychopath monster.
Pretty much. Her whole story comes out, all the murders. It's huge news.
Does Blake go back to his old life? Cubble and Roy?
He gets the offer, his old job back. But he turns it down. He realizes how toxic that whole world was for him.
So a fresh start?
Yeah. He decides to sell the brownstone, move back to Cleveland, take over his dad's hardware store, chooses family's simplicity over that New York pressure cooker. Looks like he's found a different kind of success.
Good for him after all that. But wait, there's another layer to this onion, isn't there? About Amanda.
Oh, yes. The final chilling twist. Amanda's confession. She wasn't on the run because of her mom's chemo bills.
No, then why?
Massive gambling debts. She was actually hired to kill Krista.
Hired? By who?
Frank Gallo, Jordan Gallo's uncle. Revenge for Jordan's death. He promised to clear her debts if she killed Whitney Cross, a.k.a. Krista.
So Amanda wasn't just an innocent identity theft victim.
Not at all. She was playing her own game the whole time. And her plan was always to frame Blake for Krista's murder after she killed her.
Unbelievable. So she only stabbed Krista in self-defense because Blake showed up unexpectedly.
Seems that way. The irony is, by stabbing Krista, she inadvertently saved Blake's life from Krista and saved him from being framed by Amanda herself.
My head is spinning, so where does that leave Amanda?
Free. Debt cleared. Still living in Blake's brownstone while it's being sold. She's totally embraced her manipulative side. We see her casually scrolling a dating app looking for her next move.
And she got away with it all. She killed Krista, deceived Blake.
And feels pretty smug about it. It's a really dark ending for her character arc.
Wow. So this deep dive into the Tenant, it really shows how appearances are just nothing sometimes.
Absolutely. How easily things can be faked, how much darkness can hide behind a normal facade. Blake thought he needed a tenant for money.
And ended up in a nightmare orchestrated by the woman he loved, only to be saved, kind of accidentally, by another deceiver.
It really hammers home that question. How well do you or can you ever really know someone, even the person closest to you?
And how much truth do people really want, either to reveal or to see? It's a powerful reminder, isn't it? Sometimes the biggest dangers aren't obvious monsters, but the secrets hidden right there, under the surface of a seemingly perfect life. Just waiting.
Waiting to unravel everything. It certainly leaves you thinking.